Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. Just some small touches I've made to my sim to make it feel more like a Gulfstream. Well, it's Friday Night Ops, November 17th. It's in St. Louis. Friday night overly cooked turkey. I guess it's the weekend before Thanksgiving. So we're going to fly Philadelphia to St. Louis. And good ignition number 1. Pitot heat and de-ice. Flags are up, GPS. Gear, test the lights. Lights are good. Starter selected to ground. Flap set for takeoff. Trim set for takeoff, and while I'm outside the airplane, I'll do a flight controls. Are free and correct. Okay. Going out of Philly, we're going to fly the Philly 1 to Modena. Climb the 5, 250 knots below 10. And we do have New York Center on, 2532. We'll give them a call for clearance. Good evening, New York Center, Gulfstream, November 480 at Philadelphia, IFR to St. Louis, please.
Gulfstream 480 New York Center, clear to St. Louis Lambert Airport via the Philadelphia 1 departure vectors Modena that is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect level 4001 Zoom is after departure. Departure frequency, squawk 6625.
Alright, Gulfstream 480, we're cleared as filed to St. Louis via the Philly 1, radar vectors Modena. We'll climb to 5, we'll expect 400 and 10, departure with you, squawk 6625.
Gulfstream 480, readback is correct, plane runway 27 left, call for taxi.
We'll expect 27 left, call you for taxi, 480. In New York, Gulfstream 480 at Philadelphia, we're parked at Sierra Alpha, ready for taxi, 27 left.
Gulfstream 480 Sierra, runway 27 left, shorten taxi via Sierra Alpha, and just hold short, 27 left, shorten there.
Alright, 27 left, shorten via Sierra Alpha for 480. Alright, we'll continue the checklist here.
251, is okay
Brakes
for
are released.
for roughly 2 to 3 minutes.
Fuel, trim, flaps, engines, hydraulics, APU, we'll shut that down. Cabin alerts are on.
I'm sorry, you see 2 video and Roger, okay. Whiskey India Sierra 195 taxi to parking, have a great day.
Thank you very much, Texas Spartan. Have a great day. Whiskey India Sierra 195.
Flight guidance panel, warning inhibit, switch is set to inhibit. APU, bleed air.
America 2529, contact New York
Taxi ops.
128.12. Have a good day.
Roger, contact approach on 128.12 for American 2529.
And reverser test. 2 unlocked, 2 in reverse, 2 stowed. Bring her to a stop. Spoilers fully deployed, light illuminates, retract, light extinguishes. One more time on the flight controls. New York Gulfstream 480 ready for departure, 27 left to Philadelphia.
Gulfstream 480, fly runway heading, runway 27 left short and clear for takeoff. Philadelphia winds are 3109.
Runway heading, 27 left shortened, we're clear for takeoff, 480. Alright, one more time, let the cabin know. We are taking the runway. This is runway 27 left. Quick takeoff briefing. Any failure before VR will abort the takeoff. Any failure after VR will go airborne and come back and land here. Standard call-outs apply, and we're going to Modena. Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff. Bringing the throttles up to 40, engines are synced, looks good, temps and pressures are good. Advance to takeoff power. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots, cross check. Continue. V1, VR. Positive rate. Gear up. Alright, gears in transit. A fly runway heading. Autopilot's engaged because we have a stable climb. We're going to 5. Yaw dampeners on. 400 above the ground. Flaps are coming up.
89, 251, we're back. 251, back. Delta 25, 259er, what's your Mach number?
Delta Delta 2259.
Affirmative, what's your, say your Mach number?
Currently Mach .786.
Alright, after takeoff checklist, gears up, lights are out, flaps are retracted and indicated, yaw dampeners on. Autopilot's on, climb power is set. The New York Gulfstream 4800, we're climbing through 2.8 for 5 runway heading.
Gulfstream 4800 to contact, proceed direct to Pensy, climb and maintain 12,000.
Okay, direct Pensy up to 12,000, 4800. Alright, Pensy.
And to the 13, we're taxi runway 27 left.
That was a 213 over 27 left, short move back to you via Tango, actually Juliet Tango, Papa November, cross runway 27 right.
Juliet Tango, Papa November, course by runway.
Delta 2259, proceed direct to Yark, Yankee Alpha Romeo Kilo, should be here to flight.
Alright, we're climbing at 12, direct Pensy.
Gulfstream 4800, climb maintain flight level 400.
Climb maintain flight level 400, 4800. And we are now cleared into the flight levels. We'll turn the seatbelt sign off.
November 4800, leave aerospace for exchange group, closing center offline.
4800, we're switching. Thanks a lot. Talk to you next time. Alright, so we're in cruise. New York just handed us off. Cleveland's not online. I'll pick up when we get closer to St. Louis. See you in 2 seconds. Alright, so here we are. We're about 193 miles from St. Louis. We're going to be coming in on the Arch 2 arrival. I don't know which direction we're landing, but you know what? We can pick up the radius. 125.02, I have it on the COM2 standby.
Have updated scenery. Advise the course controller on initial contact. Use collision for close aircraft flying in close proximity on final approach. Airport surface detection equipment in use. Operate transponder in low C on no taxi. Rev 150 at 15. Visibility 10. 2,100 overcast. Temperature 13. 2.8. Altimeter 2969. ILS approach in use. Expect runway 12 left or runway 11. Departing runways 12 left and 12 right. No. Data's information Alpha.
Okay, we've picked up information Alpha at St. Louis. They're using 12 left, runway 11. So 12 left, and runway 11 is down here. We're gonna expect 12 left because we're parking right in here at Foxtrot 4 where it says General Aviation Parking, which is Signature Flight Support. So we're going to plan for 12 left. I'm going to put it in. And 12 left is loaded. Now we'll just wait to make contact. Right now we're in Indianapolis's airspace. They're not online, but Kansas City is online, and we'll be joining them very shortly. Alright, so we've reached our top of descent. We're on our way down to 11,000. I should be just about in Kansas City's airspace, so I got to... oh man, there's 4 centers online. I don't know who to call. I think 132.32 is the high altitude. Good evening, Kansas City Center, Gulfstream, November 4800. We're checking in, descending through 37.5 for 11,000.
November 4800, reception transpond is squawk 4733.
4733, 4800.
November 800, with a contact. You're going to maintain level 240. I'll have lower for you in just a second.
Alright, we'll go down to flight level 240, 4800. Alright, and as we did pick up Alpha.
November 4800, contact Kansas City Center on 127.47. Have a good night.
Okay, 127.47 for 4800. We're switching. Good night.
145.23.
Good evening, Kansas City Center, Gulfstream 4800, descending through flight level 290 for 240.
November 4800, Kansas City Center, good evening. It's going to be large to arrival, and we're 12 left transition to St. Louis altimeter 269er.
Alright, 4800 will descend via. Now we're going down to 11.
And November 4800, recycle transponder squawk 4675.
Okay, 4675, 4800.
And November 4800, if you can, looks like you got a little bit high there. If you can, best rate down.
Alright, 4800, we'll give you our best rate down. Alright, and we'll double check the ATIS is unchanged.
Left for runway 11. Departing runways 12 left and 12 right. Notices to airmen. When assigned runway for approach, verify correct ILS frequency and approach course. If you do not have updated scenery, advise approach controller on initial contact. Use collision for aircraft flying in close proximity on final approach.
And for Chevrolet 737, that's Truman here, 230.
Close proximity to any active taxiway. Advise on initial contact.
137,
Yeah, still Alpha.
Do something real quick, because my position on standby. No problem.
Alright, so the we're going to expect 12 left. Approach course is 123. Set that in. 123. Localizer's 1089. St. Louis is 117.4. So 52 from that.
Southwest 137, climb maintain level 310.
The missed approach is a climb to 2,500, then a climbing left turn to 3,000 direct to the Tango Oscar Yankee VOR. I'm not sure where that is, and hold. Crossing altitude's going to be 5,000. Decision height's 200. Airport elevations.
November 4800, contact St. Louis approach 132.12. Good night.
132.12 for 4800. We're switching. Good night. And the airport elevation is 618 feet, so 818 feet above the ground is decision height. Good evening, Kansas City, Gulfstream 4800. We're with you descending through 16.5 for 11,000.
4800, channels approach information Alpha, advise when you got it. ILS 12 left, and that's right down here a little high on the arch.
Alright, we'll expect 12 left, best rate down, and we do have Alpha for 4800. Okay, we're descending across Jake at or above 10,000. Put the starter switches on. We're at 10, landing lights will go on, pumps will go on. Brakes are off, lights are out. Okay, we're now going Choto. Below 10 or above 8. So I'll go to 9. Okay, next is Getty at below 8 or above 7, 210 knots. We'll slow to 210. Marker beacons on. Star switches are set, everything's set, altimeter's a local setting. We have to go down to 5,000 now.
Air 4800, contact channels approach 124.25. Good day.
Approach on 12425 for 4800. We're switching. Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, St. Louis approach Gulfstream 4800. We're checking in, descending through 7,000 for 5,000 with Alpha.
November 4800, St. Louis approach, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000 4800. Alright, speed checks, 10 degrees of flaps.
Number 4800, turn left heading 260.
Okay, left turn 360. Verify that for 4800.
Number 4800, negative, left turn heading 260, 260 degrees.
Okay. 260 degrees. Okay, 4800, 260 on the heading. Heard that wrong. Whoops. Program, let's activate. Oh, what I heard wrong. We have to identify the localizer real quick. Okay, that's the localizer identified. Alert the cabin.
November 4800, turn left heading 200.
200 on the heading, 4800.
November 4800, 6 miles from Greek, turn left heading 150, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 12 left approach.
Okay, left turn 150, we're cleared for the ILS 12 left at or below 3000 for 4800.
At or above 3000 until on the localizer.
At or above 4800, that was just a slip.
St. Louis Park, Southwest 105, we're coming in a little high. Can we get 360?
Southwest 1005, St. Louis approach, that's your 020 heading, that's for, it's a vector through the final approach course for your descent, and descend and maintain 5000.
Alright, we're slowing down. We got the airport in sight. Localizer's intercepted. The glide slope is alive. I'm gonna put the gear down. Speed checks, gear down. Gear down selected, gears in transit. Gears down, 3 green lights indicated, flaps 20.
West 1005, turn right turn heading 180.
Alright,
Southwest
climb slope is
turn right heading 1
intercepted.
South for Southwest 1005.
Roger, 180, Southwest 105.
November 4800, contact the tower 118.5, good night.
Over to tower on 18.5 for 4800, we're switching, good night. Good evening, St. Louis Tower, Gulfstream 4800 is on the ILS 12 left with Alpha.
4800, St. Louis Tower, 12 left, clear to land, wind 150, 15.
12 left, we're clear to land, 4800. Alright, speed checks, we're going to go full flaps. Yaw damps away.
Delta 1834, heavy with you. Delta 1834, heavy, St. Louis Tower, RNAFF, turn running 12, clear for takeoff, the wind 150, 15. RNAFF, clear for takeoff, 12 right. Cheers.
Okay, we are gear down, 3 green flaps are full, we're cleared to land. And there goes the autopilot. Autopilot's away. I always get that little initial nose up when I disengage the autopilot.
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
Delta 1834, contact
Right.
departure, good flight. Departure, everyone. Southwest 2636, St. Louis Tower, runway 12 right, line up and away.
Line up and right, 12 right, Southwest 2636.
Alright, we're down, spoilers are deployed, and the reversers are out. 90 knots. 60 knots. Reverser stowed.
Flight 00, can I make a left turn here on Kilo?
4800, I think we just passed Kilo. We'll go down to Juliet.
Flight 00, left turn on Hotel, contact ground.
On Hotel.
Southwest 2636. RNAF 2 Funky, runway 12 right, clear for takeoff, the 115.
RNAF Funky, clear for takeoff, 2636.
Southwest 5101, St. Louis Tower, yield.
Spoilers are retracted. Flaps are coming up. Landing lights and strobe lights are off. Marker beacons off. Pumps are off. Pitot heat and de-ice are off. Star switches are set to ground. And ground was 121 what? I'm just gonna look that up. 121.9. He said it to me, but I missed it because he gave me a wrong turn. Good evening, St. Louis ground, Gulfstream 4800. We cleared 12 left on Juliet, taxi to signature.
Remember 4800, St. Louis ground, good evening. Left turn Foxtrot 4 to signature, good night.
Foxtrot 4 to signature, 4800, thank you. Alright, so that's that was one of the smoothest.
I like the videos, keep them up.
Thank you very much, 4800, we're recording now. That was one of the smoothest arrivals into Friday night ops I've had in a long time. I don't know, I mean it's busy, there's plenty of airplanes here, but it's not like overly crowded. It seems to just be working real smoothly tonight. We'll see how the departure phase goes. The Southwest departing now. Alright, so here's Foxtrot 4 right here. This is the signature flight support. It looks like there's someone parked in here, but we're using different sceneries, so his elevation is different to mine. I'm probably up in the air floating for him, but he's down on the ground for me. So I'm going to go to a top-down view just to see where he is so I don't park on him. And I'm going to park right here. Parking brakes are set, fuel cutoff 1 and 2. Going to bring the APU up. Cabin alerts are off. Beacons off. And that's our arrival into Friday night ops on November 17th into St. Louis. Friday night overcooked turkey. This was a really awesome event so far. I really enjoyed it. Well, hope you like and subscribe. And until next time, happy landings.